Last year, your video trend online, but I don't feel cash you that time. They give you scholarship and you say you are not going. So you don't want to go Canada for school. Why?
Well, education is about trust. Education is about the environment. It's about how you can use what you get about the knowledge of your own society and how you can change it. I did a BSc in development studies from the University of the Gambia, and I at least have an idea as to how it is important for one to acquire knowledge of your environment and how you can promote development from within. So I knew that I have a country that I use as a reference point, which is Rwanda, and I wanted to learn about the Rwandan development model. Just to remind you, Rwanda is one of those countries that was at zero in 1994. 1994 because of a genocide. And now they are one of the fastest growing countries in the world.
Rwanda is from West Africa
that's in the East.
East Africa.
That's in East Africa. And looking at countries like that, there are things that other African countries need to learn from them. So academic challenges an individual to learn from societies like this and how you can bring in solution to your own environment. And that is why I opt to go and do my master's degree in Rwanda.
Wow, so you not like Canada?
No.
So why you not like them?
Not for my education, as I'm just telling you. It's high time that Africans start to strengthen institutions in Africa and believing that development cannot be imported. I can tell you this, top intellectuals in Africa have studied in the highest universities in the world, but what have they brought forth?
So because of that one.
So sometimes if you're studying, you need an environment. If I walk down the streets in Africa, I see problems, I see solution to those problems.
Yeah.
If you are an individual studying agriculture in Canada, then you are given a vast area of land in Nigeria to practice what you have learned in Canada. In most situations, we failed because the environments are not the same.
Okay.
So that is very key in our trajectory, and it's high time for Africans to believe that there are good places in Africa, there are good institutions in Africa, and there is the need for Africa to value what it has.
Wow. Okay, so your papa get money. Are you from a rich family? Because I just put her in pigeon because of my people. So
I don't. I would like to answer from when you say whether my dad has money.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't. I do not come from a family that has money. I came from a family that has dignity, a family that has values, a family that is African, and a family that has put in me principles.
Okay. Because the reason why they ask, a lot of Africa, they want discharge. You understand what I mean? They want run. And you get scholarship. You say no. See, because the environment there is different. Wait till give you that mind.
But let me tell you this. You know, there exists the mainstream media. Sometimes what we see on TV is not true. Today you see a brother in America, you see a brother in Europe, a brother anywhere. Before, like 30 years ago, if someone traveled from Africa to America or to Europe, they take care of a whole family. Today, how many brothers will leave one family and go to Europe? They cannot even buy a bag of rice. It tells you that there is not good as it is pictured on TV. But we don't have to learn about the world from TVs. We have to learn about the world from literatures that exist. And that is to say, Africans have to value what Africa has, start to strengthen our continent from within. We have institutions where we can learn from. We have experts where we can learn from. I do not condemn the fact that people will still want to go. Let them go and study. Let them visit anywhere else where they want to go to around the world. Let them just have the sense of patriotism that no matter how long you go, you still have Africa where you call home, and you have a responsibility in making it a better place.
Wow. So tell me about Africa education.
Well, education in Africa is challenging. It is challenging in a sense that there are some things that needed to be present and they are not.
So what will be those things?
And I can tell you this. First, let us look into our civilization. Let us look into our fundamental principles as Africans and the way in which our societies have lived before. It is very important. When Westerners were coming, they had this agenda that the best way to deal with us is to control the mindset, is to control the brain of the African child. For if we believe that things has to be Western to be correct, they have to be white to be correct, then they can make us, they can dominate us. And that is how our education system is. When many African countries attained flag independence, they thought everything was there, not knowing that there was a continuation. Because in the mind of the young African that is energetic, the young African that is skillful, the young African that could earn something for a society, there is something controlling it, telling them that no, Africa is not the hub. You need to leave to succeed. And that is how we are losing our most valuable resources, and that is the human capital. Now, coming down to the education system, every country that wants to develop, you have to develop based on the culture, based on the reality of your country, based on agriculture in your country, based on education, which is tailored by the reality of your own country. So that is why African countries now have to look into the curriculums. What do we teach people when they go to school? It is no longer about the language. This English doesn't fit anyone. French doesn't fit anyone. What fits you is skills, it's knowledge. And that has to be in the education system. Our schools has to be solution centers. When people go to school, upon leaving school, there is a society that awaits them. So the education system must be tailored in a way that it is not going to create job seekers but job creators. The education system must be tailored in a way that when people leave, they see solution to our societies. And also the sense of patriotism. And an individual cannot be patriotic if they don't know about who they are. Knowledge about the self. Knowing that you're black, knowing that you're African, knowing the history behind the African, knowing the civilization of the African people, that is what is going to enhance that sense of patriotism in individuals. I can just tell you something. Japan was zero, but Japanese had to send their children outside of Japan to go and study, but keep track of them. Before they send them, they put in principles in them. They put knowledge. They put knowledge about the self in them. And that is why they went back to Japan, and now they are doing what they are doing. You've seen the Chinese in recent years. We have seen many other societies like Singapore, which gained independence the same year with my own country, the Gambia. Where is Singapore today and where is Gambia? Where is Singapore and where is Nigeria, for instance, with all the resources present in Nigeria? Because people are not given the necessary skills and knowledge to drive the resources that we have as a continent in solving our realities. So that is what affects the education system.
So the education is not to teach them the right way.
Exactly.
Good. So